Hey everyone, it's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue. Good morning. Let's see, my dogs say good morning too. Teddy Bear and Benji say hello, as usual. So this morning we're going to be doing one more project or another project on our brand new Cricut Joy. But this is a project that we can do on all of the machines, and I'm striving to create projects that can be cut on all machines so as not to exclude anyone. And for the most part, I think that I've been able to do a lot of that, and I have more to come. So I would ask that you follow me either on YouTube or on Facebook or both, and you'll be able to see a lot of great projects going into the spring and summer that are working with both the Cricut Joy and also the Maker and Explore machines, because I have all of them. So let's see, I also promised last night that I'm going to be talking about the giveaways, and I am, so stay tuned. I'm going to tease you a little bit because I want for you to watch the video. So let's get started on the project, and then we can continue to talk. And I see that Amy and Felicia have dialed in, and Donna. Hi from New Hampshire, Donna. Yay, we're stone's throw away. In fact, my sister lives in New Hampshire. So let me tell you what we're going to be doing today. I struggle with decorations for St. Patrick's Day for some reason. It's not that I'm not Irish, I'm not Irish, but I'm Italian, but it's not that. It's that I can't seem to come up with some good ideas. And one of the things that I did last year that I thought was a great idea was these string lights, and I got these string lights from my local craft shop. These ones are green, but they come in all different colors, and they have about 20. Most of the time they're 20. Sometimes they have them at 35. But these, I thought, these are fun because they're green, and I could decorate them with St. Patrick's Day. And last year I did that exact thing, but I used felt. And I am going to be really honest with you. The felt was difficult to cut, and I had to finagle some things with the settings, and I had to do it on my Maker, although I did try it on the Explore. So there's that. But then the second thing is that I seem to collect a lot of this beautiful paper, very specific to one particular holiday. And this one, this is not part of the holiday, but it goes with it. But like these great papers that I get from all different places, and I save them from like Echo Park and Doodlebug. This one is Doodlebug. Right, and Echo Park, and then of course, and here's, I think this is Cartabella, but I'm not sure. No, it's Echo Park. So I get these little sheets of really fabulous cardstock, and I squirrel them away until the year comes around, and then I go crazy looking for them, and usually I don't get to use them in projects because I can't find them or whatever. And there's something to be said for me, hello Judy, for me being more organized going into the year. And I am trying that. I'm working on it. It's a constant struggle. I don't know if it is for you. But so anyway, I thought, well, why don't we redo this project of the string lights? But instead of using felt, let's use paper. And I think because of the way the paper is, I don't think that it's a hazard to put the paper there. Although I would recommend, if you are going to do this, to not leave it on unattended, just being safe, going going forward, but I don't think that's really an issue. But, you know, that's the same for all of these lights. And where did I get these lights? Well, I got them at our local craft store, which is actually going out of business. So I would imagine you can find them on Amazon or at some of the bigger stores, Hobby Lobby and stuff. But this is where I got them. And again, they come in like just a clear mini. They come in green. They have like a pastel version. And I think I've seen red and pink for Valentine's Day. So I'm sure that they'll have red, white, and blue as well. So this could be a project that if you didn't want to do it for St. Patrick's Day, you could do it going into all the other holidays as well. So these images, by the way, and I'm going to give you the file. These images, by the way, are from an old cartridge in Design Space called Flower Shoppe, and it's Shoppe, Shoppe. I've used that before for the rolled flowers, but it also has a number of these types of flowers that are just like one petal. And I suppose you could build on this, but what I chose to do is take one of the flowers and change the size, and so that I could layer these on top of each other and put them onto our lights. I'm going to show you how to do that, but first I want to show you how this stuff cuts in the Joy, and also a couple of little tricks about it. So as as we've been doing with the Joy, we've been cutting on a 12-inch mat. The mats are available in 12 and 6 inches length if you're not using a smart material, but you can obviously use regular material, and that includes this paper. And in some cases, this paper is just a medium cardstock, which I choose this as a material. But if you wanted to see the complete list of materials, you just hit all materials, and it would show you all the materials that Cricut Joy can cut. And it does include some really odd, not popular, there's not a nice word for it, but like window cling and party foil, as well as foil acetate, which is like a plastic, and faux leather. But aside from that, it's mostly like cardstock, cardboard, iron-on, paper, all kinds of vinyl, and fusible ink as well. So, which is, I suppose, vinyl, but I'll point it out. But the paper choices pretty robust, and we're going to do some glitter, and I'm going to show you something about the glitter. But let's just cut first the regular cardstock. Now you see, I cut my paper into 4-inch strips from a 12 by 12 inch sheet. So even though the Joy can cut over here, I wanted to be frugal with my paper, and I figured just taking a 4-inch strip would leave me 8 inches of left over, and a nice easy size. So that's what I did. So when I'm putting my cuts onto the mat, I can move them around. I'm going to see if I can show you that here. Maybe not. I'll show you that in a minute. But I can move them around so that I'll make sure that when it cuts, it doesn't cut at the place where there is no mat. This is very similar to the way that you would do it if you have a regular machine. You can move around the images on your mat before it goes to cut, and it's a feature that I use all the time, mostly to conserve the material, because the machine sometimes it doesn't I don't want to say machine, the Design Space software kind of doesn't understand frugality, let's put it that way, because it will just kind of like list all of the images from top to bottom and not know how to finesse. That's where humans come in, and they can, you know, move things around and bump things and that sort of thing, and make everything fit onto one mat instead of on two mats. Well, this is the same thing that if you do this already, when you're using your other machine, it's the same process when you're using the Joy, because it's the same software, Design Space software. And so although there are some limitations built in to the Joy, there's still opportunity for you to move things around. Let's just unload this. So I've cut out, basically I have these two sized shamrocks, and oops, this one's stuck a little bit, with holes in them here, and they came out cute. This is a double-sided paper, although we have some that's solids and some that's that is not double-sided, or either has a white back or it has like kind of an odd back. But I don't think people are going to see the back of it, but who knows. Anyway, I want to show you glitter cardstock because I love this stuff. I cut glitter cardstock all the time, and let's say you, so what I'm doing here is I'm cutting out the same mat, but in different materials each time. So when I go to just kind of do it again, to go again, I have to approve the material. So in this case, I'm going to choose glitter cardstock. Now, there sometimes, and I don't know if it's because my blade might be dulling, and that's a possibility. I haven't changed the blade yet, and I've been using this blade and in this machine for close to a month now, and I've been using it really hard, as you know, if you've been following me. So I haven't changed the blade, but I have noticed that some of my cuts are kind of sticking now. So with glitter cardstock, because it's thicker, I can do a couple of things to make sure it cuts all the way through. One of the things I could do is I can change the pressure on the blade, and I do that here in the materials set, where I want to change the pressure here. I tap on the pressure and I could do more, let's do that. Let's do that. And we're going to go ahead and get that started cutting. And then if it doesn't cut all the way through at this pass, I'm going to show you how easy it is to send it through for the next pass, okay? So while that's cutting, and we have all of these, 4-inch strips. I tried to say sheets and strips together. Over there, I'm going to put them over there, and I'm going to show you how to do this. It's fairly simple, but if you're not a fan of a glue gun like me, you might have a little trepidation. So let's see. I got my glue gun here. This one happens to be cordless, which I much prefer, but I just don't like glue guns. I'm not a really big fan. Okay, so what I've done is I've cut out all of these things, both in glitter and cardstock, solid and also patterned, and I've cut them in two sizes. I've cut the smaller size and then this larger size. So I was just figuring that I would pair them up anyway. And as I'm sitting here thinking about it, it might be a good idea to put it on either side. I think that would be fun. Hi, Danielle. I want to make some of these with my deck. For your deck? Oh, for your deck. Yes. Good morning, Shelly and Sue. I see you there, Sue. So the way to put these on, I wish I could tell you that you don't need the glue gun for this, but I'm finding that you do. The felt ones don't require it all that much. And so there's the benefit of that. But I'm just taking my glue gun and very simply putting a very small amount of glue around the neck. Is it in camera? Around the neck. And then I'm going to just stack these. Let's do that one that I was just talking about. And it's possible that you will not need more glue, but you never know. So let's put a little dollop there. And then these here. And you know, with glue guns, you sometimes get those little tendrils there. You will have to hold it for just a second. Try not to get the glue on you because it hurts. And then as you are doing them, you can decide, do you like this? I kind of like this with the two colors on either side, because if you see the back, then it will be something colorful. And sometimes the way that these hang, you will see the back. So I think we'll proceed that way. But let's go back to our Joy. And I don't know if you can see, but it really doesn't feel like this cut all the way through, even with the more default setting. And I'm pulling it up a little bit, and I can see that it's sort of cutting. But it's going to, if I cut it, it's going to give you that ragged spots around the edge. So I think it would be better, until I can get a new blade, I think it would be better if I run this through once again. And before you unload the mat, okay, that's when you're going to want to run this through again. And you get a choice of, when you have this message, unload material, you can unload it, but I'm going to hit try again. And what that's going to do is just simply keep the mat where it is, and it's going to cut it at the exact same spot that it cut the first one. If you remove the mat and put it back in, there is a likelihood that it would not cut exactly where it was cut before. This is a higher likelihood than if you use a bigger machine, just because it's a larger space and it's not as, sort of compact and whatever. But the best bet, if you need to recut something because it didn't cut all the way through, the best bet is to keep that mat in the machine and then have it cut a second time. And that is, I think, something I've been doing for a long time, especially when I start to notice, people ask me, how do I know if the blade is bad? How do I know when I need to change the blade? And generally speaking, I've only seen a couple of really clear signs that the blade needs to be changed. And one is it just not cutting through, consistently not cutting through the material. And whether it's like you have to really, finagle it and consistently finagle it. Like, some things are going to require you to sort of work on the cut piece and take off the little things, the tendrils, so to speak. But other things, if you notice that they're really, all of them are having a hard time cutting off or removing from your mat, then that's a really good sign that the blade needs to be changed. And hello, Brandy. Danielle is saying, I want one of the dripless glue. Man, I have been, Danielle, I've been searching for the best glue gun in the world. I have yet to find it. If there is one thing that I would put on my wish list for Cricut, is to develop the best glue gun in the world. I would be the most happiest customer in the world. I really have a hard time with glue guns, and they did such an amazing job at reinventing the X-Acto knife and creating the true control knife, that I think that if they worked on that, it would be a dream come true, not just for me, but for a lot of people. Okay, so we passed it through twice, and yes, Now look, see how easily it's coming off of the mat. Isn't that great? So that was just a matter of cutting it twice and using a little bit more pressure so that it cut all the way through. And remember, glitter cardstock is a much thicker thing, so it might not be ready for my my blade to be changed, but there's the difference. That's regular. This is glitter cardstock. It's very thick, or at least the stuff that I use, and this is just regular old patterned paper. So it's at least, you know, I'm not a scientist, but I'd say it's at least twice the thickness. So why not, you know, I know that there's a glitter cardstock setting, but why not be careful about, before you unload it, being careful about making sure that it's cut all the way through and running it through. It doesn't hurt to run it through again. So anyway, getting back to these string lights, they look really impressive. I've done them for one of my son's skills trainers who has cystic fibrosis, so she was in an extended care, and she decorated her hospital room so that it wouldn't be so dreary, and it was a very welcome addition to her hospital room. So these are fun, even if it's not for a holiday. It's a great little project. And again, I'm going to give you the design space file for them. Okay. And let's see. Okay, now we can talk about the giveaway. So here's the thing. I do these giveaways every month, and I try to come up with something unique. And I know a lot of the other product experts, they tend to give away like machines, big prizes, usually one, sometimes two, but they're usually really, really big prizes. And I am the kind of person, I never win anything anyway, so I always would much prefer a smaller prize and more opportunity to win than one big grand prize. And I was sometimes I was giving away like a maker, and then I was like, I felt so bad because some people really, really wanted to win it, and I had such lovely stories. Same thing for, you know, all the people that wanted to win the Joy as well when they had that recent program. And, you know, there's only so many that they could give away, and it's so hard to say sorry to people. So anyway, that's my philosophy about these giveaways. And I've been using the giveaways mostly to just kind of reward people for tuning in. But I noticed that with my videos, Facebook will give you some, they like to do some like advertising. I don't know if you guys ever watch like Facebook Watch, but they have like, you know, some videos, and the way that those videos get listed there is not by payment, but by popularity. And I don't know, maybe I'm dreaming too big, but I kind of want to increase the number of people that watch the videos both here and on YouTube. So I thought I would tie the giveaway into that desire to do that. So I want to encourage people to watch more videos and to share my channel so that I can get more people to watch. And so in return, what I'm going to do for a giveaway is I'm going to give out, like last one, I'm going to give out 10 prizes, but these 10 prizes are going to be what I would call like essential tools, things that I use all the time when I am using a Cricut machine. These are tools that will be good for both Explore and the Maker, but not the Joy, because the Joy uses different ones, and I wanted to kind of reward all those people that already have those wonderful machines already. And right now they're in the majority too. So the prize is going to consist of a new pack of mats, standard mats. There's 2 of them in a pack, plus a replacement blade, and then also a scoring stylus that can be used in the Maker and in the Explorer. And I'm going to show you, if you don't think you can use your stylus in your Maker, you're incorrect. It is completely usable in the Maker, and I'm going to show you how in a future video. And then a scraper, because I think that everybody needs scrapers. So this is a prize that's worth almost $50, and I'm going to give 10 of them away, and I'm going to start this weekend. So what I need for you to do to qualify is really simple, is to either, if you're not already following me on YouTube and on Facebook, to do that, to follow me there, and go and watch a video. Try to watch the full amount. I know I do talk a lot, and so you might not be able to make it through the whole thing, but at least the first 3 minutes, because that's what Facebook counts, is the first 3 minutes. Anything under that is not counted as like a play. So 3 minutes, and then if you've done that, and to share either my Facebook or my YouTube with somebody else that you think would like the content, that would be great. Now, I can tell when people are sharing on Facebook. I can't tell that on YouTube. So if you are watching and sharing on YouTube, I would ask that you either come back to my Facebook page and tell me that you did that on YouTube, that you watched and you shared or whatever, so that I can put you in to the giveaway, or if you could, when you leave a comment on YouTube, that if I respond to it, I will let you know if you're a winner, based on the comment in YouTube. So there's a couple of things that you can do, but for the most part, the goal is the same. I want more people to watch the videos, whether it's on YouTube or on Facebook, and I want to accomplish that by asking you to follow and share, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube or both, and to come back and tell me that you did do that. And you can comment anywhere, either on my regular Facebook page or on the description of this video or in YouTube. Just tell me so that I can put you in the running for this giveaway, which is really fun. So I hope that that's pretty clear, but if you have any questions, please do let me know. I'm always here. I think I'm online most of the time. So I am happy to respond to your questions, and I try to do that on a regular basis. So if you have any questions, as far as this cute thing, I have to reheat this is what I mean about glue guns. As far as questions about this project, I'm going to make sure I post the link for these, and actually I think there's like 5 other floral petals that you can see. It will be a free Design Space file. I'm going to put it in the description of this video, so be sure to go and pick it up. And when I say free, it means it's free for anyone that has Cricut Design Space Access, which is an image subscription program. These I try to pick almost all images that come from Access because I think it's such a great program, and I really want for people to at least get to know it for a month or so. And you can do that. You can order. You can order through my link, or you can order just on Cricut.com, or right in your Design Space app. You can actually order it. So, okay, so that's the project for today. This is really adorable, and I will finish it up once I get my glue gun heated up. Thank you, Maria. Maria's saying very nice and saying she loves to watch my videos. I just eat up that feedback, Maria. Thank you. I was thinking about this a year ago. I mean, I've been a crafter all my life and a Cricut crafter since 2012, and also a product expert since 2014. And that's been very fulfilling to have that. But in the last year, the biggest thing that I did differently was that I started a YouTube page. And, I'm no spring chicken. And I was looking at all the YouTube pages. And my son, who is 14, he watches YouTube. And it's all the gamers. And they have like millions of followers and millions of page, video views and everything. And I really looked at it and I was really feeling like, oh my gosh, I'll probably won't even get one subscriber. And wow, within a couple of weeks, I got my first 100. And I have to say that I've been hooked ever since. And it just continues to grow. And it's so wonderful to see. And my son's sometimes he gives me good, he gives me good encouragement. And he'll say, Mom, you're getting really good at that. And I'm like, well, I'm never going to be like this perfect YouTuber, but I'm trying, and I'm trying to reach the population that's not, under 20. My son says everybody over 20 is old. So I'm like, well, I'm interested in talking to people that are 30, 40, and 50 and 60 years old anyway. So I don't really care if I'm not going to get the 20-year-olds to come and visit. But I think there's plenty of us Generation X people and boomers that are really understanding and appreciating YouTube, and that's the segment that I'm looking to reach. So if you're one of those people, please feel free to follow me, and we can have a good old time. So thanks so much, everyone, for coming today. If you're not already following me on Facebook or YouTube, please feel free to do that. Tell a friend, share, come back and tell me that you shared, and I will enter you into the drawing for this month, which is an essentials bundle that includes mats, a blade, and some tools that I think you're going to really love working with. Thanks so much for coming today. We'll see you all again really soon. Bye. Stop.